Our bellies are full and I think we're ready for a nice walking tour around the Medina here in Fez. Over 9,000 streets and it's very, very difficult to cover it all in one day. We've got our lovely tour guide Mohammed who's going to take us around for the next 2 to 3 hours showing us all the main spots. So let's go and check out what this beautiful Medina is all about.
We are making our way to one of the biggest tanneries here in the Medina. So unlike Marrakesh, this Medina in Fez is quite hilly, so it's a little bit of a workout. I'm a bit out of breath. But what I was going to say was...
I was just thinking that, so when you do spend a day in Medina walking around, get your walking shoes on and set your Apple Watches or your smartwatch to walking mode because you're going to cover some steps.
So as we're getting closer and closer to the tannery, you do get a whiff of this funky smell, but then it kind of disappears with all the herbs and spices in the air as well, with all the cooking that's going on.
Morocco. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And people here are just so lovely, honestly.
One thing I have to tell you, the difference between walking around the Medina in Marrakesh and here is the smiles are all around everywhere, but it just feels like locals are sat chilling rather than people waiting for tourists to, I don't know, grab their money. That's just my opinion right now. And as always, we're doing a quick pushchair check for you parents out there. And I have to say, it's okay. It's good. And you're gonna be having a bit of a workout pushing that as well while you're walking around. But I think Nadia's okay with it.
Now, that comes on to my next point. We were just having a discussion about Google Maps and not working here in the Medina area. I am so glad that we've got a tour guide, and I would definitely recommend that you guys get a tour guide too, because you can easily get lost in the streets.
Me, I don't go lost. Me, I know anything.
Irfan's taking over now. So as we're just walking through the back streets here, that behind me is basically leather being dried, and you can get a nice little strong whiff from it as well.
I think I've cracked it here, and I was wondering how come like it's so cold here in the winter and it must get absolutely boiling hot around the Medina area in Morocco. But you know what? In the summer it stays cool because if you walk around the Medina you're always in the shade. The sun doesn't directly come in. So as long as you're in the shade, it's a lot cooler.
Watch out, there's some traffic here.
This is the taxi of the Medina. You walk in the tannery place.
The donkey of the taxi of the Medina, guys.
So the area that we're walking through now is called Fandak Lihudi, which used to be the Jewish quarter basically before the Jewish people immigrated to Israel in the 1940s. But as you walk around, it's quite interesting to see. You can see the Star of David kind of imprint in the walls, so you can see that this used to be a Jewish quarter.
We just come across a little hole in the wall where we've just experienced pure ceramic making. It's so impressive to see all the delicacy that goes into all of these handmade ceramic plates and cups and ornaments. It's just amazing. Everything is done by hand, even from the paint to either the silver decorations that's been painted onto these ornaments.
Something like this can take up to 3 days to make.
Shukran everybody, there's the owner in the red jacket.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Bye bye. Coco Chanel against Gaga Chanel. So guys, we've given a fresh green mint gas mask to take away the fumes and the smells of the tannery. We've made it to Chouara Tannery here, which is over or nearly 1,000 years old. The work that goes into this is all manual labour and it's not changed since the day it's opened. So if you think back, this is taking you over 1,000 years worth of history.
And so over here they process different types of leather. Goat leather is used for things like jackets, handbags, things like that because it's softer and it's more durable as well as being waterproof. And leather that comes from camel is used for cushions because that is very, very comfortable and a bit more durable as well. And as you look around this place, it's just amazing at how they process the leather. The yellow leather that you see is actually dyed with saffron, which is the world's most expensive spice. Ultra care is taken when yellow leather is made because they don't want to waste any of that spice.
So you're probably wondering, what are the steps to make leather? There's 3 steps. Step number 1 is
to clear the leather with salt and limestone, which kills all the bacteria off the leather. This is preparing the leather before step number 2.
Is bleaching the leather in pigeon poo and lemon before it's hung out to dry, and this process softens the leather and actually clears it from its smell. Meanwhile, we've got Zakariya
Exploring.
Be careful, Bobo.
He's becoming a daring little one, he is. You know?
He is. He's a proper little one.
Proper little daring little one. Look at that. So the last step in the process is after it's dried, various different spices are used to dye the leather different colours. So it wouldn't be a leather tannery without the sale of leather goods. So now we're going to go down to the various shops and just have a look at the type of products that they sell here and the quality of the different leathers. You can tell this is goat leather because it's really soft, and you can tell the difference between the leather here and the leather jackets in Pakistan, which are all cow leather. You can tell it's a bit more comfortable.
Very thin and lightweight too.
Yeah. What type of leather is this?
Suede, the inside of leather.
Suede is the inside of leather. After all those years, I've just found out it's the... Why did I know that before?
Emotional damage!
Favorite leather, perforated leather.
I only got it because of the limited edition
Adidas shorts.
Adidas shorts. Here's me, guys, trying on this leather jacket. What do you think?
What do you think, Zakariya?
I think it looks good too.
So this is how we know about the leather quality. It's real. I do it again.
Wow, you can't even smell anything.
So this is, and also as I said, it's 100% waterproof. You know, even when it rains, the gutter doesn't fade. Very important.
We've just finished up from the tannery now, and we are making our way to the next stop, which is a panoramic view of the whole Medina. I cannot wait to check this out.
So we're at the shop. It's called Ibn Sina and it's run by a brother called Nuruddin, and he's just given us a quick tour around here, and you've got everything that you need for your herbal remedies and for cooking. One of the main products in Morocco is argan oil, and it's made by the argan nut, which is cracked in half and then it's made into a paste used in a traditional method by stone. He wouldn't tell us how they extract the oil because that's a secret method and it's basically been passed down in generations. But they do that at home, and then the result of that is an oil that has many benefits, from back pain to cooking to eczema, used for baby rashes, all that kind of stuff. It has many different properties, and you can buy it at a reasonable prices in shops like this around Morocco. But I would definitely recommend coming here in Fez, Old Medina, to this guy's shop because you've got everything. So we're just at the entrance of a masjid here right now, and it was built in 1200, over 700 years old, this masjid. We're going to go around the corner and see the minaret, which is meant to be really beautiful, and then off to the panoramic viewpoint. We've been literally walking from the tannery to the panoramic viewpoint and had like 2-3 stop-offs, and that just goes to show there's so much to see here in the Medina. Like from point to point you can see so many different things. But let's carry on walking and see what else we can find. Okay, look at him getting carried. And for once it's not by mum and dad and he's well happy. Zakariya! Hello! Hello! To appreciate the size of the Medina and the 9,000 streets, you got to come to this viewpoint. All of this over here is the Medina, and then even up on that side, behind this little hill, around there is also the Medina.
Wow. Oh my gosh, guys, this viewpoint is absolutely insane, and it's definitely something that you have to do when you come to Fez. We've got Irfan, the man, legend, carrying the yo-yo pusher, and we've got our lovely tour guide Mohammed carrying Zakariya, and I think Zakariya is very happy. MashaAllah, he's very happy. Guys, that here is actually where the new city is located, outside of the Medina. And there's also an exit point on this side too. Mohammed VI, the King of Morocco, stays in this hotel, which is a 5-star hotel here in Fez. And it's called Marini.
Marini Place.
Marini Place.
So we're in the main square now, and over here you've got the main fountain. I was thinking fountain, nah, but actually, you know what? It is quite a beautiful one. Very nicely decorated, very nicely coloured. And right beside the fountain, there's a museum as well, which you can go into and have a look. I think it's about 20 dirhams each to go in. We're going to give that a skip because this actually is a really, really interesting square. There's some shops, a restaurant, and there's a tannery viewpoint as well here. So if you don't want to go to the site that we went to, you've got one here as well.
This square is actually located right by Souk Najareen, and this is where you can find all your Berber sort of products, where you've got your masks, you've got your drums, and you've got souvenirs and wood and all sorts here you can find. And it's actually located right by a beautiful mosque. Very, very nice. Definitely recommend this place. We've got the broski is helping out here. He's the king.
He's the king.
3 men. Shukran.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow. This is incredible. It's just like ceramic shop heaven. Wow. Thank you so
Really,
much.
really nice to show us around, and inshallah.
And guys, make sure you hit up Mohammed when you're here in Fez. He'll tour you around the city.
We had an amazing time.
Good.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very
Nice to
much.
meet you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
I couldn't help myself get a yogurt on the way out because I'm starving and we're going to grab something to eat, but these are the best things that you can have here. Nice little snack. Cake, yogurt, delicious. Nice Madeira cake. I like
Madeira
it.
cake. Do you like it, Zakariya?
Yeah, he does.
He loves it.
12,700 steps later, we're now...
Finishing the tour off, and guys, we didn't even scratch the surface.
There's so much more to see here. There's the mausoleum to see, there's the mosque, there's also the university, loads of different places to see already. So if you do have a whole day or even 2, I definitely recommend waiting it out, taking it easy and seeing all the places here.
But if you just had a few hours like us, it definitely does give you a taste of what Fez is all about and what the Medina is definitely all about. It's definitely worth checking this place out, guys. We've had a fantastic time.
We've got a 4-hour drive now to our next destination. Any guesses where?
It's blue.
It's blue. But on that note, guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know in the comment section what you thought of it. And make sure you subscribe to our channel because we've got so many more videos of Morocco coming.
Remember to follow your visions, guys.
We'll see you on the next one.
Zakariya says, bye.
Bye.
He's having his Madeira cake.